It's finally here, Monster Hunter Wilds Beta. We still gotta wait until February for the full Wilds experience, but Capcom decided to let us test out this sometimes Play-Doh-looking playground on my mid-as-fuck setup, and I'm ready to slap the ass off of anything that the devs were willing to drip feed us in the meantime. So let's dive right in and hope my PC doesn't explode from these recommended specs that I do not fucking have. And apparently I'm not the only one. I'll be skipping over the story bits entirely because it's never been their strong suit, and there's not much here even, so we're just gonna move right into the monster fights. First up, Chatacabra. It's less of a monster and mostly just a big silly little guy. It likes to lick, stick, and get kick flipped because it really doesn't like getting hit, especially with a hammer. The opening cutscenes of the beta actually leads us right into a hunt with this big boxing frog. And weirdly, my biggest takeaway from this entire fight is that I really want to see a Fire-Belly Toad variant of this thing. It already has a similar pattern on the top half of its body. Giving it the fire element would give it something other than the, the spit element. Not to say I don't like the thing, and I know I'm already unfocused at the task at hand, but this thing is kind of a pushover. I do like its sometimes RGB hands though. Bold choice, Capcom. In all seriousness, as far as new early game monsters go, I actually really like this frog fella. It's not really super flashy or anything, making glue rocks to its hands, so that's kind of cool. Following up the strong start we just had, Baja Blast? Balahara, this freaky sandworm creature. At first, I won't lie to you, I think I kind of hated this thing. Didn't like its design, looks kind of gross, but its armor set is kind of fucking hot. And I actually like the fight itself, until it spits on me, it's gotta go after that shit. I, got this shot of it being stuck on a wall while trying to flee. Wasn't sure where to put this, so I'll just lazily shove it right here. Also, the new wounding system is a nice change. Again, wasn't sure where to put this part either, but every weapon has a new wound attack that can really do some work during a hunt. Focusing out of the new focus mode and back onto the monster showcase side of things, I have no idea if I have footage of all this shit, but our new worm monster friend here can do this cool, sand lion trap. Actually, now that I think about it, this happens in the opening cutscene, so that's actually perfect. It can also worm its way up on rocks and rain down hot spit. I don't know if raining down hot spit is cool, but I'm sure someone's into that. If that's not for you, you can also just ruin a whole fucking day sometimes by yoinking said rock from out underneath it. Overall, Balahara has grown on me over the course of this beta. Much more than I thought it would, too.
Oh no.
A pleasant surprise. Next up to bat, something that did not pique my interest whatsoever. Dashagama. Dashagoma? Probably Doshaguma. Fuck it, it's the bear dog thing. It's sorta like Gosharog, but I like it even less. Even its armor is kinda mid. Especially this helmet that's one good bump away from gouging your eye out. Granted, if this thing punched you in the face, you'd probably be dead regardless because it is surprisingly strong. Like, goddamn, can you stop making my health bar do this shit? It's sometimes found in groups with an alpha amongst them. It's slightly bigger and slightly badder than the rest, but it probably does something cool besides just beating the shit out of you. There's the earthquake thing. I think it tried to throw another monster at me as well, but I don't really remember seeing anything that wowed me. All I remember is that when I fight this thing in this big open plain, my PC takes a dump. It's really cool, and I should have dug through the settings before doing this shit, but fuck it. So I'm just gonna move on to something that still makes my PC want to do a kickflip off a cliff, but it definitely wowed me so hard that I think it's actually a top 10 monster for me. Not only does it look fucking sick, but it backs that shit up by turning its face into a goddamn railgun. And even when it kills, it's still fucking sick. Ray Dow, the Thunderfucker. Official title pending, but it might as well be. Not only can this thing smite you with the force of 1,000 Zeuses, but look at this shit. This is fucking sick. This is one of the coolest things I've ever fucking seen. If only my PC could run the entire fight like this. Also, the sounds this creature makes is some of the best monster noises in the series. As you can already tell, this thing looks dope, but when it enters railgun mode, prep the fucking cart. It's got a wide range of attacks that I've taken the liberty of naming. Here we have the 22 subsonic jolt. Nothing crazy here, it's just testing you. There's the thunderclapper, because it'll clap your ass if you let it. Gigabolt blast, this shit hurts, don't get hit by it. And then the amped up version, the fuck you bamboozler beam. Again, this shit hurts. This shit really fucking hurts, and you absolutely do not want to get hit by it. I could gush about this thing for another 20 minutes, but this was meant to be a nice short and sweet video that I'll totally get out before the beta ends. Even though at the time of me typing this script, let alone recording this very sentence, it's already over. I'm sure editor me can accomplish this miracle. But yeah, the Monster Hunter Wilds beta was fun. It was a nice little holdover treat from Capcom as we wait for February to arrive. And hopefully by then we all have PC setups that'll actually run this shit outside of potato mode.